Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Nathan, that's me, and this is TCS Everyday Psychics, and this is the Conscious Spirit Podcast. Today it's Thursday, so Thursday's message day. Before we get on, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And please comment. Lovely to hear about your comments. And if anybody needs a reading by myself, you can go to the website, tcseverydayspsychics.com. Leave us a message, and I will give you a long message. Obviously, you have to pay for that, but there are other things we do on the channel where we do clearing, which you don't have to pay. So if you have anything that goes bump in the night, we can help you. We help spirit, and then we help the homeowner. We also do loads of development, spiritual development, personal development, healing development. So go and have a look on the website and see if anything catches your eye and let us know. So without further ado, we've got 3 cards, and they'll come up on the screen in a moment. And what I want you to do, I want you to look at the cards, see which one resonates with you, and then go to the bit along the screen to where either A, B, or C, and I will give you your reading. Okay, let's go. Okay, hi, Group A. So you chose this card, and it says The Journey. And at the bottom here, it's got do you dare to go in search of your destiny? Oh, gosh. So, yes, anything you can see on there, it's got the most gorgeous wagon. It's what the gypsies used to sort of go on the wagons. I just love one of those. It's so gorgeous, so pretty. So, the journey. Do you dare to go in search of your destiny? Oh, if I was going to go in search for my destiny, of course I would. Would you? So, this feels. This is a call to step out of courage. See, destiny isn't found in the comfort zone. So if you're in that comfort zone, you won't necessarily feel that where destiny is there. You know, destiny is discovered in places that feel uncertain but true. I feel the journey card asks you to weigh the costs of staying as you are against the potential of becoming what you might be. I mean, it's not merely about reaching an end, it's about the integrity, the growth, and the revelations you gather along the way. Now, if you answer yes to curiosity, you invite experiences that will reshape your inner map and illuminate what truly matters to you. So, to help the journey, I'm going to choose three more oracle cards, and these will help give us guidance and interpretation. So let's see what we get. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay. Okay. So the first one we have is status. If you can see that. The next one, concentration. Ooh. And the third one, secrets. So let's go with the first one. So status. So what is status? Well, it's about your current position in life or your circumstances and what you're already building. Status is a snapshot of what is real right now with both your strengths and what you may be and what may be keeping you stuck. So status is about a snapshot of what is real right now, both your strengths and what may be keeping you stuck. So I feel that you need to take a stock of your present situation. Don't forget, without judgment. Maybe you want to write a quick inventory, like, and I don't mean inventory and going to the pantry and sort of, oh, I've got 6 tomato ketchup. I've got what inventory means in your head. What's going on? So, what is working? What is working for you? What is weighing you down? And what you'd gladly release. So, I feel if you identify one aspect of your status, you're already, no, if you, let's say again. So, if you identify one aspect of your status, you're ready to reframe as a stepping home, not a stepping stone, not a hurdle. What small shift? Yes, because if you're ready to reframe one of those statuses as a stepping stone, what small change could you shift momentum? So you need to ask yourself, if destiny calls you forward, what status would you need to inhabit to answer it with integrity? This might mean embracing a new role. Maybe you need to set boundary lines, or maybe owning a truth you've been avoiding. That was hard to think about. So the next one was concentration. There's the card again. So concentration. It's what's concentrating? Well, it's about focus. It's about discipline. And I feel it the ability to maintain your attention on what truly matters. It's about owning energy. So your journey doesn't get derailed by distractions or those vague goals. So when we put some guidance to this, I feel you could create a focused practice that aligns with your destination. This could be a daily routine, could be a creative practice, or commitment to a specific goal. You know, break your path into tangible milestones. See, because concentration thrives when your progress is measurable. So protect your attention. So why don't you identify 2 or 3 clear distractions and set clear boundaries or time blocks to work through them? And then that will help you be more focused, more concentrated in your ability to get to that journey, get through that journey. That was a hard one. So we have secrets. Secrets are lies. Well, what are secrets? Well, secrets are hidden knowledge, inner truths, or information that hasn't yet been uncovered. Remember, secrets can be doors. Doesn't have to be walls. They can be things that once revealed will alter the path of your journey. So with a bit of guidance, how can we deal? How can we get through this journey with the secrets? Well, why don't you invite discernment? Not every secret is for you to reveal, but some for you, but some are for you to discover within yourself or through trustworthy sources. So consider what you're not saying to yourself, or consider yourself what you're not saying to others, and why. So what secret would clarify your direction if brought into the light? Remember, be open to intuitive nudges, those dreams or synchronicities. They often carry arced clues about your destiny. And they're very subtle clues. So this journey, that was quite hard this week. Found that the group A, that was quite hard putting that together and trying to find some guidance with that. So we need to put all that together. So putting it all together for a compact guided message for you. So I feel embrace the journey. Embrace it as a brave inquiry and not a reckless leap. Remember, your destiny reveals itself as you move with intention, not fear. Remember, ground your movement in your current status. By choosing one upgrade, you're ready for now. Remember to strengthen your concentration, that simple daily practice that will yield that visible progress. And finally, attend to the secrets. Seek inner honesty and the external signs that guide you, and act on what you learn. Remember, be vigilant, because those dreams can come slightly and you just will miss what external signs they're giving you, especially your guides. So do you dare to go in search of your destiny, this journey? I definitely think so. I hope that resonated, Group A. That was a hard one this week. And I look forward to seeing you next week. All right. Take care. Hi, Group B. So you chose the scissors. Scissors, scissors, snip, 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 snip. So it says at the bottom here, there's a word here. So it says shape something new or cut away the excess. So what's this card about? What's this message this week telling you? Well, maybe it's just a moment to prune and retool. Remember, creativity thrives when you remove what no longer serves and sharpens what truly matters. I feel the scissors invites you to cut through that noise, simplify, and create a clearer path, that clearer path forward for you. It's not about harsh cutting, but intentionally shaping, distinguishing the essential from the ornamental, the durable from the temporary. So if you adopt discerning cuts, you'll reveal a truer design of your life and a more vibrant version of your next steps. Interesting. So with this in mind, we're going to choose 3 other oracle cards, and they're going to help give us a further guidance and interpretation. So we go. Okay, first card we have is versatility. Second card we have is discrimination. Wow. Third card, we have enterprise. So let's have a look at this. So first card, we have versatility. Look at the body, versatility. So I see her and it feels what comes to mind, flexibility, that adaptability, and and the ability to wear multiple hats, especially when needed. Versatility, it's a strength that lets you redirect your energy without losing your momentum. So what guidance can we give you this week? Well, I feel you should use versatility to test those multiple approaches for the same goal. If one method stalls, switch to another rather than doubling down on what isn't working. Why do you identify tasks and roles that can be merged or streamlined? Where can you combine talents to achieve more with less friction? Remember, practice saying no to anything that doesn't align to you with your core direction while saying yes to those creative experiments that keep you evolving. So discrimination. So what's this? Well, it feels like it's clear judgment or discernment. And it feels the ability to separate the truly valuable from the merely appealing. It's about choosing with precision. So with some guidance this week, what can we offer you? Well, why don't you establish the criteria before you act? So write down 3 to 5 must-haves for whatever you're shaping. Then practice filtering those ideas and opportunities, rate them or on impact, alignment, and resource cost. Cut or postpone anything that scores low. Remember, trust your intuitive clarity, but balance it with practical checks. So data, feedback, deadlines. So trust your intuition with that clarity. Oh, sorry, I nearly dropped you then. There we go. Let's get that. Oh, sorry about that. Nearly lost you. There we go. So, discrimination. Remember, establish criteria for your act. Practice filtering those ideas and opportunities. And remember, trust your intuitive, that clarity, balancing it with practical checks. So it makes sense. So you go, oh, I'm getting through this. Okay. Next one we have is the enterprise. There we go. So this feels like enterprise about initiative, resourcefulness, and the ability to create. Or maybe it's recognizing something practical and productive, but it's about turning intention into tangible results, making it believable or making it so. Oh, make it so. Make it so. Enterprise. There we go. Star Trek. So we're going to put some guidance on this. So it feels focus on. Let's say focus on this week on a particular concrete project. Which you will be able to initiate or fund or launch with minimal risk, and start with a pilot or prototype. Remember, map your steps from conception to completion. Identify one, cut. We've got the scissors. Remember, we're using the scissors today. So identify one cut from that accelerates progress. and then leverage what you already have. An edge comes from reusing the assets or processes in new ways. So it's about where you've got this new project, it's about launching it. Yeah. Then map the steps, identify one cut that accelerates the progress, eliminate, detour, get rid of anything that is not helping you, that's redundant. Maybe it's a redundant step. You're just going to get rid of that. And then leverage what you already have. An edge comes from you using assets and the process in new ways. Now, putting it all together into a message. The scissors, here we go, the scissors, call you to prune with intention. Cut away excess so that you can reveal that sharper and more purposeful path. Use versatility to experiment and adapt while maintaining a clear through line. Apply discrimination to choose wisely and shed what distracts or drains you. And then channel that enterprise into a concrete action you can begin soon, leveraging what you already have. Remember, the result will be a leaner, more effective framework that supports your next shape up or fresh connection. So remember, shape something new or cut away the excess. And that's the scissors this week. Hope that made sense. It was hard this week, hard one this week, but I hope that made sense and I hope that resonated. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, Group C. How are you? So you chose the hearth. There we go. Can you see that? So, and it says at the bottom of here, it says the bottom down here, what is your heart at home? I feel the hearth invites you to check in with the center of your life. As you can see, she sat there, getting that warmth. She's checking in with the center of her life. I mean, where do you feel most nourished? Where do you feel most safe? And where do you feel authentically yourself? Remember, home isn't just a place. It's a quality of belonging. It's the quality of being yourself with others and cultivating inside you with your daily routines. Let your heart show you what feels grounding, supported, and true. Now, when you align your actions with that center, you radiate the warmth, radiates a steady warmth, and it feels it invites others in and steadies your own path. Remember, sometimes you need other people to come in to the hearth, to help you grow, to help you learn, to help you listen. So we're going to choose some oracle cards to help us improve that guidance. So let's get these. Cards are going to go everywhere. Okay, let's go through. Okay. So first card we have is influence. Second card we have is practicality. Gosh. The third card we have is originality. So here we have influence. It's influence, the power you have to affect outcomes, the power you have to inspire others, and maybe to shape environments. And you can do that through your presence and communication. So if we need to put this in a few words to help you this week on the guidance. So I feel you need to lead from a felt sense of home. Remember, demonstrate that calm, demonstrate consistency and care in small acts that others can mirror. Remember, use listening as a form of influence. When people feel heard, you guide without forcing. And remember to align your influence with your core values so your impact is sustainable and trusted. People have to believe in you, have to believe in your values, believe in what you're saying, believe in what you're hearing. It's really important. So the next one we have is the practicality. And this is about grounded, useful steps and a realistic approach to turning intentions into everyday routines. So why don't you this week put some guidance in? Why don't you this week build a reliable daily or weekly structure that keeps you connected to what feels like home? Let me give you an example. A morning check-in or a winding down ritual or a dedicated space for that creativity or rest. You know, you don't want to combine where you work on. So if you're at home, you're working, you don't want to combine where you work and say, I'm going to go and meditate in the same place. Choose somewhere else that's out of the way, that will give that sense of home so you can meditate properly. Also, prioritize tasks by necessity and simplicity. Ask, what is the smallest, most reliable action that advances my home? Advances my home-centered goal today. And finally, expect constraints and plan around them with clear double steps rather than ground plans that drift. And finally, the next one we have is a real originality. So originality is this card is about being fresh. That's about authentic expression, unique contributions that reflect your true heart and values. Gosh. So how do we put this into guidance? Well, I feel allow your inner sense of home to guide the creativity. What will feel most honest and true and life affirming if you were to express it in your work or relationships? Secondly, experiment with a new routine. Experiment with a new ritual or project that mirrors your personal style. No need to imitate others, so seek a signature approach that feels like you. And thirdly, protect space for the unconventional ideas to merge. Remember, originality often comes from a blend of comfort and curiosity. So we need to put all this into a message this week. So the hearth, where is your heart at home? So return to your hearth, assess where your heart truly feels at home, and let that center guide your decisions. Influence with intention. Model warmth, listening, integrity to positivity, and positively shape your environment with that influence. Remember, ground yourself in practicality. Establish simple, repeatable routines that keep you aligned with home and values. And lastly, infuse that originality. Remember, express your unique heart in everyday actions and new projects that reflect who you are. So where is your heart at home? I hope that resonated. It was a hard one this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So you take care. Goodbye.